This is the Axopar 28 aft cabin model, and this is the first Axopar 28 aft cabin that we've done at BoatRx.
Not much room in these things, huh?
No, it's pretty tight to be adding air conditioning and lithium batteries, but we make it happen as always. Let me show you a few of the things we did, and let me also mention that a big thanks to Nick Mabru Power Systems, for always supporting us and answering our questions about the configuration of these systems.
Very cool. So he has air conditioning without any sort of generator or anything like that. It's all just from the batteries.
Generator free, yeah. Battery powered, but with charging supplied by the alternators that are in the two outboard motors.
Okay. You want to show me a little bit of the work, see what you guys did?
Yeah, let me show you like some of the obvious stuff first. Here's our air conditioning control. We were in heat mode today. This is pretty cold outside. We've got a supply register down here that can be angled up into the pilot house here, or back into the aft cabin. We get good velocity out of these small grills. There's another supply right behind you at the dash to blow cool air on the driver. Also at the dash you can see our battery monitor here that keeps track of the energy usage and always gives feedback to the operator about the state of their batteries. You can see our return air grill, because the actual unit is hidden behind the dash here in the forward head compartment. We'll show you that in a second. The last things to show you here would be the battery switch panel that's down there. We added a battery switch to the stock panel to help control the inverter charger, which is another upgrade for this boat. The customer is going to have an inverter, so their outlets will be live all the time.
So what does that let them do?
Well, it's a 2,000 watt inverter, so you can plug in just about any household appliance, whether it be your phone charger or be a cooktop or a shop vac or something like that. Yeah, and they'll run it off the batteries.
So we can be at like a mooring or something like that and running a drill or something like that, or some sort of tool. Or
power tools are a good example. A lot of chargers. Anything you want. Blender.
For those sundowner drinks?
Yeah. And so the power that we take out of the batteries has to be put back in, right? So, and they're lithium batteries, so we always like to regulate the power going back into lithium batteries. We don't just let these charging systems do anything without having some programming available.
Why not?
Well, lithium batteries have a kind of like an envelope at which they operate in safely in regards to their temperature and their voltage and the amount of current that they can accept at any given time. So we like to regulate that, and we do that with a DC to DC converter, and we hit that down here. This is actually where the old house battery used to be for this boat. We used to just have one single Group 31 AGM, about 100 amp hour, 12 volt battery, and now we put in one single 300 amp hour, 12 volt battery from Kilovault, and the usable amp hours are about 6 times as much, because it's 3 times the capacity and twice the usable amp hours of the battery. We also have an option where we can double the size of the lithium battery bank, and the rest of our team is in Maryland right now doing another boat just like this, and it's getting the 2 battery system.
So it'll give them a lot of battery power.
Yeah, it just extends the runtime. So if you want to spend the night sleeping on the boat and you want to let the air conditioning run overnight, it's best to have a bigger battery bank so it lasts.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So the unit itself is up forward.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
Nice and wet out here today. There's the head compartment. Climb in so I can show you some stuff. We have this wide open right now, but we have a nice white partition that's going to go in here, and I'm sure we'll show you that in the video. We'll cut it in. 12 volt, 12,000 BTU air conditioner. Also works in heat mode.
Which we know from today.
Yeah, we do. And we built these custom shelves to fit the curve. It goes in here with a custom partition. There's the stock panel that fits in here. We also build another piece of white acrylic to open up the back here where we have access to the seawater discharges, and we actually take the condensate water directly overboard as well, which is cool. And the seawater intake is also here. Maybe I can take this camera from you for a second and just show you how we do it here. We use a proper 3/4 inch sea cock with a backing plate, and we go into a seawater strainer, brushless DC pump, and then this right here we have a little toggle valve, so you can easily bleed any airlocks out of the system. And this water comes back into here and is fed into the condenser of the self-contained air conditioning unit.
Man, it's cold out here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's wrap things up then. Let me just show you in the bow. It's wet too. Here's our battery and our inverter. Cool.
Thanks for showing me around, Phil.
Yeah. Always a pleasure, Lex.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.